What if the most powerful man in the room was the one everyone ignored? Donald Trump was about to find out just how different the world looked from the bottom. At Trump Enterprises, a company built on ambition and success, executives walked with confidence, and employees kept their heads down. Deals were made in high-rise offices with marble floors and crystal chandeliers. But somewhere in the shadows of that world, someone was paying close attention, someone they never expected. Donald Trump had built his empire from the ground up, but he wasn't naive. He knew that power could blind people, that money and status could make some forget the value of respect. Lately, reports had come in about issues within the company, senior management treating lower-level employees poorly, promotions given based on favoritism, and an overall toxic environment. Trump didn't believe in running his business that way. He had to see it for himself. A new face in the building. It started with a simple disguise, a janitor's uniform, a worn-out baseball cap, and an old mop. No one gave him a second look. He wasn't Donald Trump anymore, he was Don, the new night janitor. On his first night, he pushed his cleaning cart through the gleaming halls of his own company, listening and observing. He saw employees struggling under the weight of impossible deadlines, managers treating lower-level workers with disrespect, and executives walking past janitors as if they were invisible. Then, there was Martin Lasker, the regional manager, one of the men who was supposed to uphold Trump's values. "Hey, janitor," Martin barked without looking up from his phone. "There's a coffee spill in my office. Clean it up before I get back." Trump, holding back a smirk, nodded. "Yes, sir." But as he cleaned the already spotless floor, he kept listening. The more he heard, the more disgusted he became. Employees were pressured into unpaid overtime, promotions were handed to friends rather than hardworking employees, and brilliant ideas were stolen by higher-ups. And then there was Susan Harper, a young intern with big ideas but no voice. She had pitched an innovative marketing strategy, but Martin Lasker took full credit for it in a board meeting. Trump clenched his fists. This wasn't how Trump Enterprises was supposed to run. And he was about to remind everyone who was really in charge. The breaking point. One night, as Trump was emptying a trash bin, he overheard two senior executives mocking their subordinates. "I swear, these people should be grateful we even let them work here," one of them laughed. Another scoffed. "I make more money in a month than some of them do in a year. They should learn their place." Trump had heard enough. He decided it was time to end the charade. The next morning, he walked into the office, not as Don the janitor, but as Donald Trump, the owner. He had called a company-wide meeting. Every executive, every manager, every employee. Martin Lasker sat in the front row, relaxed, unaware that his entire career was about to crumble. The big reveal. When Trump took the stage, the room fell silent. "Good morning," he said, his voice sharp. "Some of you may have noticed a new janitor around this week. His name was Don." A few people nodded, confused. "Well," Trump continued, "that was me." Gasps filled the room. Martin stiffened, his face draining of color. "I walked these halls. I listened. I watched. And what I saw was a disgrace." Trump's voice hardened. "Employees treated like garbage. Ideas stolen. Hardworking people overlooked while frauds took credit. This is not how I run my company." He turned his gaze directly to Martin. "And you, Martin, you're fired." Martin opened his mouth to protest, but security was already stepping forward. Trump wasn't done. He listed every corrupt manager and executive, calling them out by name. One by one, they were fired. Some tried to defend themselves, but the evidence was overwhelming. And then Trump did something no one expected. "Susan Harper," he called. The young intern looked up, startled. "I read your marketing plan," he said. "It was brilliant. It should have been recognized." Susan swallowed hard. "Thank you, Mr. Trump." Trump nodded. "Congratulations. You're promoted." Applause erupted across the room. Employees who had once felt invisible now stood a little taller. A new energy filled the air, an energy of hope and change. A new beginning. That day, Trump Enterprises changed forever. The toxic leaders were gone. The hardworking employees finally had a voice. And Donald Trump had proven a point no one would forget. Respect mattered. Leadership wasn't about power, it was about responsibility. And sometimes, the most powerful person in the room was the one they least expected. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for more incredible stories. See you in the next one.